Today is a random rainy day in the middle of summer, and I'm really struggling with feelings of loneliness and just stagnation. And so I need to take myself out of the house and do something. And I decided that it might be a good way to feel less alone, to go out on a reading date and bring you guys with me and bring my dog out because it's finally cooler weather again, so he can come out with me and enjoy a little drive because he loves that. So the book that I have with me is The Razor's Edge. I think I'm about 30 pages in to this book so far, and that's what we're going to be reading. We're going to stop and get a coffee, go to the lake, try and read, try and switch my mindset, change perspective, just do something better for myself because today I really need it. So I'm bringing you along, honestly, so that I can work on something today because I feel like I need to invest my mind into something so that it can just have a break from worrying. And so if you're watching this, as you are, I hope that if you're feeling these things too, then this provides you a little bit of community in those feelings. So let's see what I need. I need my book. I'm going to put it in my bag. I need notes. Well, tabs. I can't think. I need my mic accessories. Obviously, I need the camera. I need water for the puppy. I need a container for the puppy to drink out of if he needs water. I need treats for the puppy and a leash. And most importantly, come here. I need the puppy. Sorry for the wacky angle. It's gonna have to do. I picked up my coffee. And I'm on the last leg of the drive up to the lake. So we shall proceed. One thing I didn't consider was that if the rain was going to be too loud to talk a bit. Now, I'm not going to talk a lot, obviously, but I had just a couple thoughts driving up here, and I just wanted to talk a bit of how to beat the rainy blues or whatever feelings you might be feeling right now, because I kind of need to speak these words into existence for myself. So, number one thing that I do is pray. Number two thing that I do is listen to music. And I was listening to a song on the way up here that always almost brings me to tears, and there's a line in it that I just felt like I wanted to read. So this is Rushmere by Mumford & Sons. What's lost is gone and buried deep. Take heart and let it be. Don't lie to yourself. There's madness and magic in the rain. There's beauty in the pain. Don't lie to yourself. Well, light me up. I'm wasted in the dark. Rushmere, restless heart. There's something we might miss. A whole life in a glimpse. While I'm still working it out, time don't let us down. Hopefully that brought you a little sense of peace. The puppy is a little bit restless behind me, and there is a forested area, so I'm gonna go walk him for a bit and let him get his crazies out, and then we'll come back and read. My last tip before I actually get to reading, this is a reading vlog. It's just to talk to people that you love. Even if it's not about things that are upsetting you, it's just about life. It's a funny story. It's one of the best ways to get yourself out of your head and to add perspective and to focus on something new. I think a lot of the times when we feel the worst is because it's the initial overwhelming phase of lack of judgment and lack of peace in your mind, and everything just feels so difficult. This was really not the intention of the video, but it's what it's turned into. I think that a really important step is to just engulf your mind into another space so that when you regroup and look at what's maybe going on, you feel a little bit more peace and feels manageable, a little bit more manageable. I'm going to read a little bit of this book, and we're actually going to talk about the book because we haven't talked about the book. Okay, guys, here we have The Razor's Edge. This is a book, honestly, I don't know a lot about. That's how I like to start most of my reads, is not knowing really anything about them. And to go back to when I bought this book, it was probably 3 to 4 years ago. The reason I got it is really randomly because Emma Chamberlain talked about it on her podcast. I don't listen to it consistently. I know she stopped recently, but I never listen to it consistently. I always just once in a while check up with what's going on with her because I watched her when I was 16, and she said that this was one of her favorite reads. I just felt like drawn to it for no particular reason. Maybe it was because it was the first classic book someone had really talked about that I listened to, and I was just more intrigued by what they saw in that than like a random new book. I'm not sure. So this was one of the first classics that I've ever bought in my life. Actually, probably the first classic that I've ever bought in my life. And I'm at the point in the book where I'm just finally getting introduced to the main character that much of the book follows along with, and finally getting into the jive of the situation of what the book's about. I know it's very character driven, which I like. So I think once I get into that, I'm gonna enjoy it a lot more. Because right now I'm just like, who are these people? I don't know these people at all, and I'm trying to understand all of them. So basically that's the situation. I'm gonna sit down and try to get a chunk of reading in. Hey, baby. So the main character in this book seems to be Larry, and he's just come back from war. From what I am understanding from the 32 pages I've read and a little synopsis online, is that he just struggles to live in the world the way is expected of him, which is something that's been on my mind a lot. There's a Wolf Alice album that I'm writing a podcast episode for called The Clarion, and it deals a lot with that subject too. But I wanted to read this first excerpt because it is the first time I feel like I'm enthralled and connected in this book. But what reason does he give for refusing the various offers that are made him? None, except that they don't appeal to him. But doesn't he want to do anything? Apparently not. And that's that. That speaks to a girl like me who has no idea what she wants to do. Stands as a testament and a reminder to us that even in the calmness, there's always going to be movement, and even in the movement, there's always going to be calmness. I'm going to conclude our little reading vlog, talking vlog, wet lake day vlog here. I'm into the book. It's ridiculous. I only read like 30 pages. I was going to read way more, and then I ended up just thinking about other stuff, and that's just the way life goes, and I'm not going to put pressure on reading something. And Puppy wants to go hang out in the house, which is fair. So I'm going to conclude the video here. I hope that you are having a good day. And I want to say thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out with me. This did help make me feel better. But now I'm going to get some water for the dog. Yeah. And just go home and hang out.